Hello, this is the Cold Hard Truth, coming at you here on New Year's Day. I had a lot of requests, to do another show, especially a show on UFC 207. So I'm going to give it a few minutes to let an audience pick up. But while I'm at it, I want to introduce you to this beautiful little thing. This is my daughter, Brandi Neace. She's also one of my grapplers. She will be competing at the end of January at the Invitational that Adam's putting on in Georgetown. So that's going to be a lot of fun. She's pretty psyched about it. And like I said, we're going to be talking about the latest UFC 207. But I'm going to give everybody a little while to start joining in before we start talking. Hi, Miranda. Say hey.
Hi, Miranda.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open the conversation with the obvious, which was the main event, which was Ronda Rousey versus Amanda Nunes. I know a lot of people's got different opinions, on Ronda Rousey, and I've seen all kinds of things throughout there today, and I've made some comments, and I've seen a lot of people throwing things on Facebook about Ronda Rousey. It's Ronda Rousey, in my opinion, she done for females in the UFC what, Royce Gracie done for, UFC, period, kind of paved the way, set a standard for people, of what they should expect, and since then, UFC has just grown so big, and now Ronda is experiencing the same thing as Royce is, when these fighters they evolve, and and they become complete fighters, which is mixed martial arts fighters. You want to say hi to Alyssa?
Hi, Danielle. Hi, Alyssa.
But yeah, we want to talk a little bit about Ronda Rousey. So if you guys got any feedback that you want to throw out on that, on her fight, or if you want to talk about Cody and Dominic Cruz fight, which I thought was that was a good fight. Those guys both have excellent stand-up game. It's just Cody's game has just got a lot more power to it, and he ended up taking it away from Dominic, in the end. Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
But yeah, I got my bad little girl here. Look at her. Check her out. She's a mean one. Look at her. Don't you think so? My co-host Stone, I don't know where he's at tonight. But no, anything that you guys want to throw out there that you might want to talk about, I'm ball game. It takes questions and answers. Haley, what did you think about the Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes fight? Did you think it was just a total shameful fight for Ronda Rousey? I mean, because you could very well call it that. But go ahead, guys. Start talking. Say something. Ask Brandi a question. She loves getting questions. Are you a little camera shy, Brandi? Can you not talk to the camera?
No.
Just think about it, Brandi. All these people that are on here right now are looking at your face, and they're waiting for you to talk, but no pressure. No pressure at all. So, Brandi, what do you think? Are you nervous about your grappling match coming up at the end of January?
No, not really.
Okay, so why are you not nervous? Are you just cold blooded? Just don't get nervous over anything.
I'm a little nervous. Not a lot, though.
You think you're gonna win?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're gonna try really hard though, ain't you? Training hard too, ain't you? That's right. That's the way we do it here at Viper Pit. We train really, really hard. Not that it's any secret, and we always talk about it on the show. We got March 4th coming up. big long list of guys on that. We've already got Ken is scheduled, Jared is scheduled, Chris is scheduled, Logan Burke and Logan Spencer are both now scheduled. We're still looking for a 205 for Brandon Spencer, if anybody knows a 205 fighter. Let's see who else we got scheduled that I didn't mention. There's somebody else. Oh gosh, I missed somebody. Anyway, Haley says, well, I felt that Rhonda could have done a lot better, but kind of seen it coming because Amanda is her best at stand-up. Rhonda is better at the ground, and I guess Rhonda couldn't keep her distance. And then, yeah, Rhonda couldn't keep her distance, nor take Amanda's hard hits. Feel sorry for her, really. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Danielle says Nunes had some fast hands, connected every single time. Rhonda, in my opinion, just wasn't ready. More times she could be. You know, the problem with what, and I've said this on the internet already today, the problem with Rhonda's game is that the only kind of takedowns that she has is upper body takedowns, you know, judo takedowns. And for anybody that knows anything about mixed martial arts, in order to get an upper body takedown, you have to walk through punches to get to them. Unlike if you was to shoot a double leg takedown, you can shoot underneath those punches, you know, and grab their legs, which Rhonda is not skilled at all. So, you know, if I would have been her coach, I would have definitely prepared a little bit better for this fight. You know, she should have been working wrestling, takedowns. She should have been working, you know, better stand up. Especially at least the defensive side of it. You know, she should have been working a lot better defensive side of the stand-up game. You know, counter striking, head movement, footwork, and of course, like I said, wrestling, takedowns, double legs, single legs, stuff like that. Because once she got it to the ground, I think she would feel at home and she'd feel comfortable, and you know, it wouldn't be that bad. But unfortunately, you know, she went back in with the same game plan again. And that was to kind of counter strike and try to get a upper body clinch, which did not work out in her favor at all. So, so that is my opinion on what happened with the Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes fight. I mean, it was a complete embarrassment to.
Oh my God, Dan.
Yeah, it was. You know, Ronda made this big deal about her return, but she didn't even. You can tell she didn't prepare any. She actually looked worse than what she did before. Dylan loves Brandi.
I don't have an E in my name though.
Yeah. No, I don't think she underestimated Nunes. I just don't think that Ronda really took the time to prepare the way that she did. You know, some people just lose the will to train. I mean, they, you know, she was beating everybody pretty easy. And then, you know, I think she got an attitude, and she just thought she couldn't be beat. But what she didn't understand was that, you know, the female mixed martial arts game hadn't grown yet. I mean, you know, there wasn't really any females out there that was complete mixed martial arts fighters. You know, they just had a strong ground game or a strong stand-up game, and that was it. And Ronda's strong ground game always, you know, took care of every female that ever came in there that tried to fight with her. You know, so she just didn't, you know, she didn't. And her coach, I don't know what her coach is thinking. I mean, I don't know if he just cares about the money or what. I mean, but he really, you know, Ronda's last two losses has been such an embarrassment. I mean, she just, you know, got the crap beat out of her both times. You know, and she, you know, if I was her, I definitely wouldn't. Boo said, sorry, I'm on Hooked on Phonics. It didn't work for me. You can't spell. But, you know, she didn't prepare at all. Her coach didn't get her prepared. I'm sure that, you know, that Ronda spends a lot of time publicity as far as that's concerned. they're talking, they talk about her retirement and stuff like that. I mean, heck, if she wanted to retire, she could. I think she made $3 million off this fight. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure she made $3 million off this fight, and she lost. So, I mean, of course, she could retire and live good the rest of her life if she wanted to. But from a mixed martial artist standpoint, I just don't think that she should retire. If she retires now, I mean, her legacy is going to be smeared. If she comes back, trains hard, fights some lower level women, works her way back up to the number 1 seed, that should take a good year and a half. And she's young, she can do it. She's young, she can do this. So, work back up, a year and a half, 2 years down the road, she'll be ready to take the belt back again. And will she do that? Will she put that kind of work in? Probably not. I think that most mixed martial artists, you've seen it in like Chuck Liddell and even like Rampage Jackson and Matt Hughes. I mean, all these guys, once they got that big check, that big payday, and and they got all that money, it's kind of like they just went ahead and just laid it down. They laid down their martial art, and they're like, okay, I got plenty of money now. I don't have to do this no more. Which, I mean, you can't really blame them if they don't want, if they were in it for the money and just trying to get rich. Then okay, yeah, it's a good, Ronda should go ahead and retire. But she could definitely make a comeback if she wanted to. If she wanted to put the kind of work in. She's got to get rid of that coach, though. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly, Selena. I mean, you got to look. Ronda was on this big, huge pedestal for so long. And then, of course, she took a loss. Well, no big deal. Everybody can get caught. Everybody takes a loss every now and then, in the sport. I mean, it just happens. But she's making this return. She should be ready. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, but maybe if she just but it was it was a good it was good that Amanda really came in there confident. I was thinking that Amanda Nunes would come in there and be kind of intimidated by the fact of being in there with Ronda Rousey, but it ended up not even being like that. Haley says, what do you think about Cody and Dominic's fight? Well, now that was a really good fight. Both of those fighters, like I said before, I mean, they both got impressive stand-up game, but Cody is just packing the power. Dominic Cruz, I don't think he's ever knocked anybody out. He throws his punches, off of his movement, which takes away from his power. It's kind of like point sparring in karate. I mean, you get the hit, but it doesn't really do any damage. And and that's what that's kind of what he tried to do with. And and Dominic's had a lot of success with that. Just kind of outpointing guys and staying away from them, and just sticking and moving and just pointing them to death. And they never could get, his footwork was so good that, that nobody could ever really catch up with him. But but Cody had his number, though. I'm sure that Cody has studied Dominic's footwork. He capitalized on it, and Cody had the power shots, and you've seen Dominic run into, Cody's power several times in that match, which obviously gave him the win, in the judges' eyes. But yeah, it was, Danielle said here, I don't know about I used to like Ronda a long time ago, was kind of excited to see this fight and was disappointed. I think a lot of people was disappointed with Ronda's performance. I mean, because she had this whole big trailer, like a movie trailer, fear the comeback, she said, and she was just like talking about, like she's going to dominate and all this, and everybody was talking about what good shape she looked, and everything, and then she comes back and just does terrible. I mean, it's like she didn't train at all. Like, what'd she do the whole time? Zumba? I mean, which there's nothing wrong with Zumba.
We do Zumba.
Is that right, Bubba? But that's definitely not going to prepare you for a fight, you know. Let's see, did you see Cody dodging his punches? I couldn't believe it. He's really fast. First fight I've seen out of both of them, but I think they are both good. Yeah, Cody's really good. You know, he just turned professional 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he made his pro debut, and last night or not before last, you know, he became a UFC champion 4 years later. That's insane. You know, that's dedication. That's, you know, that's perseverance. You know, he really went for his goal. I mean, I was really, you know, I'm really impressed with that Cody. I like what he done with the little boy, you know, that overcame cancer. You know, it's a big deal, you know, nowadays for people to have cancer and for them to survive cancer. It's, you know, it's a rough battle. I don't know if anybody out there, you know, knows anybody that's went through it or had a family member go through it. I mean, it's rough. You know, and that little boy survived cancer, you know, and he brought that little boy out there with him and then slapped that belt on that little feller. I mean, it was, you know, it was a magical situation, you know. I mean, I got mad respect for Cody for that. You know, I mean, you don't see that much anymore. Most of these people, you know, they're so self-absorbed. It's all about them. Cody goes out there, takes the belt away from a great athlete, you know, dominant, and turns around, you know, and just gives off, you know, takes the attention off of him and gives it all to that little boy. I mean, that was fantastic. You know, I love that for him. I mean, it was great. We've got CJ's joined us. You see there, Brandi? CJ's joined us. You know, my mom had melanoma. You know, and she's a cancer survivor too. You know, I mean, so, and it, you know, I give all the credit to God, you know, on that, because, you know, Mom was in church at the time. You know, she was really faithful, and, you know, and I believe with all my heart she got healed in the prayer line one night, and because her melanoma was really bad, you know, and then all of a sudden it was gone. You know, because God does miracles all the time. You know, my mom, you know, she's living proof of a miracle that, you know, that God has done. And, you know, my mom didn't have any treatments or any kind of medical from the doctor or anything. You know, all she had was, she had it cut out. You know, it was on her neck. She had it cut out. Stone's hair's gotten long. Yeah, Stone looks a little different tonight. I don't know what it is. He's got long hair. He's like grinning from ear to ear. He's munching down on a peppermint, trying to hide his face. I wish I had long hair like Stone. I would look good with some long hair. Look at this. Look at this. I need some lovely locks. Oh, we got Jessica Butler's on. Where's Maddie at, Jess? So, Brandi, like, as far as your grappling match that you got coming up at the end of the month, what are you going to train real hard at doing in the gym to try to get ready for it? Like, what are some things that you want to train real hard doing? Like, do you feel like, you know, you don't want to work some escapes? Do you want to work? Yeah. You want to work some submissions? Get on the camera and look at the camera. You gotta talk.
I want to look at the camera.
You gotta look at the camera and talk. People would rather see you than me. I'm ugly. You're pretty. But what would you like to do? I don't believe that, Jess. Stop lying. She said Maddie's in her room cleaning.
I don't believe it. I'll probably escapes.
So you want to drill real hard on escapes and try to, you know, get solid on your, you know, submission game. You know, have a good submission game for this girl at the end of the month. You know, she's a real accomplished little girl. You know, I think her dad's also a martial arts teacher. You know, I think he does primarily Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, so you know, as in, you know, me, I'm a mixed martial arts instructor. But you know, we have a really strong ground game. Man, y'all be praying for me. I swear this cough is never gonna go away. Brandi's actually grappling at the end of this month. She
after
is.
her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
4 days after my birthday.
4 days after her birthday, she will be grappling in Georgetown at an invite match. Her, Stone, and Jacob. What is it, January 28th?
January 28th, because it's 4 days after my birthday.
Yeah, it's January 28th. She'll be grappling in Georgetown. Her, Stone, and Jacob, they all have invite matches. If you don't know what an invite match is, that's when you are paired up with someone your size, your age, you know, around your size, around your age, that is really, really skilled, you know, possibly won tournaments before. You know, and Brandi's last tournament, she placed first in the advanced division in her weight class. She got her a nice, pretty belt. It's hanging down there on the gym wall. She's super proud of it. But yeah, Brandi, she's got her little belt. You know, she won from the last grappling tournament she went to. If you guys want to see Brandi in action, I actually got her on our YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and just type in Viper Pit MMA and you know, subscribe to the channel while you're there, because I'm always putting on different things. You know, every time we do a match or something, I mean, I always try to put them on there. But you can watch, you know, some of her grappling matches on YouTube.
There it is.
But she pulled up the picture. I don't know if you can see it from here, but this is the picture of Brandi sporting her big belt, winning first place at the Georgetown tournament, the advanced division in the 100-pound weight class. So I'm pretty proud of her. She done good. That was her first tournament that she went to. She competed in the advanced division. That means the top-notch division of her weight class, and she came out as a first-place winner. So that was a pretty big achievement for your first grappling tournament ever. You know, I don't know if Brandi ever plans on being a mixed martial arts fighter or nothing. I don't think she likes getting hit. So, but she would possibly definitely grapple. You know, she's gonna grapple and keep her ground game tight. But what do you think, Brandi? Where do you see yourself at? Like, say you're okay, you're about to turn 13. About 3 or 4 more years. Do you think that you'll be a grappling champion all over Kentucky by then?
No.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna work hard and get? Yeah, I believe you will. I'm super proud of my girls. I mean, her and Brianna both. They, you know, my daughter Brandi here and Brianna, they train like animals down there in the gym. I mean, they really go hard. If you have children that want to come down and experience the same thing that they do, you know, they don't have to compete or anything. But I mean, it's just so good to have a good solid grappling game under your belt, you know, so these girls can protect themselves at school, you know. So I advise everybody, you know, even if it ain't my gym, you know, find a gym, you know, to put your children in. Get them a good, strong self-defense class. No nonsense classes, you know. Give them put them in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. Put them in a Muay Thai class. You know, all those are the real deal. You know, boxing, wrestling, those are real deal sports. That will teach them real self-defense and nothing fake. So, let's see. CJ says, who from Viper Pit is going to try the boxing this year? We have a few people here in Somerset that's going to compete in the Golden Gloves in February. I'm glad you asked that, CJ, because James Noble, he wants to just do straight boxing. That's his thing. He wants us to be a boxer, and I'm going to do my best to help him get along with that. I don't know if he'll be ready for a competition by February. I can sure try to get him ready for it. If they've got like a novice division or something like that, because James has been doing MMA with us, and then he's just like, boxing is my thing. I like boxing, so he wants to do that. So we want to try to get him, in some of these competitions. So if you can send me some information on that, CJ, I'd really appreciate that. UFC bantamweight champion by 25 years old. You got this, Brandi. What do you think, Brandi? UFC champion? No?
I'm good.
I think Bubba wants to just keep herself in good shape, always be able to defend herself. She's going to go to college, and what are you going to do after college, Brandi?
I want to become a nurse practitioner.
A nurse practitioner?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great. That's a good goal. Yeah, I agree. Maddie needs to come back to the gym, Jess. I know that she's into a lot of stuff right now, but the one thing that you've got to understand about like all the, and I'm not throwing off on school sports or anything. I think it's good for kids to be in school sports, but the thing is after school is over, there's got to be a you need your kids knowing how to defend themselves. A good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, or a mixed martial arts gym, a Muay Thai gym, a boxing gym, a wrestling gym. All that stuff is good to teach, to get your kids into. That's stuff that they'll carry the rest of their life. They'll be able to teach, their children about it, and their children about it, and and they can always, be confident. They'll be able to protect themselves in bad situations. They'll be disciplined, make smart decisions. All that stuff comes from mixed martial arts. I've got no problems with my daughters. My daughters, they train like beasts in the gym all week long. They bring home straight A's and B's from school. Very intelligent kids. And I just think just because they're my kids, I'm not just bragging on them. I'd brag on anybody. I've got another little boy that goes down there, Steven, he's the same way, trains like a beast in the gym. Zach, trains like a beast in the gym. These boys are really intelligent boys. They do really well in school, and you take the bully factor out of school and people do a lot better. They have a novice division with 0-0 records as young as 14. Really? Well, we might try to get that might be something we'll look to get James into, CJ, because James is wanting to box, and we are primarily an MMA gym, but part of mixed martial arts is boxing, and I'm going to help him to the best of my ability. I'm a pretty decent boxer myself, and Ken and Stone, and them boys, they're good boxers, good kickboxers. We could pretty well do whatever we wanted to as far as competition-wise. We could go to boxing, kickboxing, grappling, cage fights. It wouldn't really matter. We could do it all, and be competitive in any part of it. But I'm really looking forward to helping James, achieve his goals, because that's my job. That's what I love to do. I love to get out there with them boys. I love to help them, and I want them to get to exactly where they want to get to. If you want to be a boxer, great. If you want to be a kickboxer, great. If you want to be a grappler, fantastic. If you want to be an MMA fighter, that's great too. As long as it's a mixed martial arts sport, Viper Pit will provide it. And we'll do it to the best of our ability to get you in, not just the condition to compete, but to win. Let's see, CJ says, I'll get more information on the age. I do know you don't have to have previous fights to compete in Golden Gloves. It is in Ashland. Ashland? Man, that's sweet. That's not far away at all. We'll definitely try to do that. Yes, that'd be an excellent experience for James. And this is February the what, CJ? I want to go ahead and write that down. We're going to try to do that. You guys got some guys up there, some Sons of Thunder guys going to do this? I sure will, Crystal. I'll tell them. She said that she's glad that y'all had a great Christmas.
I love you too.
But we just got John Collett, just joined us into the room. John is and his son Zach are both members of Viper Pit MMA. Very, very valuable members. I might add. They go above and beyond what a member does. They both of them come in, put in work. I'm just, while he's on here, I'm just gonna kind of throw him under the bus and just talk real good about him. John come down the other day and just completely done a cleaning of the gym, and he's very thorough with his cleaning and stuff. I mean, he's just done a fantastic job. Even though I don't have a very good way of showing it, I don't guess, but just know I appreciate having members like you, John. Your family, friend, teammate. I mean, you and Zach, you mean the world to us. We'll be moving on now to we'll talk about some of the March 4th fights. We got Jared and Travis going to be squaring off. Jared, he's really putting his best foot forward. I'm really proud of the hard work that he's putting in. We're going to turn it up even more, this next couple months. We definitely want to put on a good show, definitely want to win. I'm sure Travis is training pretty hard, too, to get ready. So if, come March 4th, if you guys don't have nothing to do, make sure that you come to, where are they having the show at? March 4th at the Sportsplex. The Knott County Sportsplex on March 4th. It's going to be a huge show. There's going to be tons of local Viper Pit guys there. Logan Burke, he's come a long way from the time he started the gym. He came in, with an understanding, but now he has a sort of what I like to call savage to him. He's developed that Viper Pit savage attitude, and I'm really excited about seeing Logan Burke fight, and I know that he's really excited. Also, Logan Spencer, he joined, a few months ago, and he's going to be making his debut. Came in, no mixed martial art experience, just like Jared. And has just done a fantastic job as far as catching on to the technique, that I teach down there. He's going at it the Viper Pit way. I'm sure he's going to put on a fantastic show down there. Then we've got, like I said, Jared, he had no prior mixed martial arts experience, now he's the middleweight champion. Less than 7 months later, he becomes the middleweight champion. He's just, a great specimen of a student. Ken, Ken's pro fight, versus Nick Baker. That's going to be a good one. Ken is eating nails right now. I mean, just a real specimen of what Viper Pit is truly about. Ken is the things that he, there's nobody that works harder in the gym than Ken does. He really shines about what Viper Pit is all about. He's got a good technical side. He's got a ferocious side to him, and I love that about him. So him and Nick Baker should be a fun fight to watch. March 4th. I'm gonna go ahead and see what we're. Not sure the date. I'll get back to you on the date, but Ashland is the location. We have 3 guys: Donnie, Ryan, who is 14 in general, also 14. Those 3 for sure are competing in the Golden Gloves. Did you see where I said Austin is coming back the days that he don't have to stay after school? Cactus. No, I didn't see that, Selena. That makes me super excited. Tell Austin, that, that gets me pumped to hear that Austin comes back. If you don't know, Austin You know, he always played football through school and stuff, but now, you know, he's a genius, and he's going to be moving off to probably UK and going to be making more than all of us put together. But he's going to, according to his mother here, Selena, he's going to be coming back to the gym and training with us. That gets me super pumped. I love seeing old students come back and start putting in work. And that's another one, you know, that's just super intelligent guy. Works hard whenever he's in the gym. I think he's like along the lines of Brandi. He don't like getting hit. But let's see. Selena says he starts UK. Oh, so he is. Austin is going to the University of Kentucky. Everybody, very proud of him. He's done really, really well. He's worked. You know, he's got a good work ethic about him. You know, it says a lot about. You know, I think he gets it from his mom, Selena. If y'all don't know, Selena is been one of my personals for almost 2 years, if not 2 years now. She has worked her butt off. Just really dedicated. So I'd say that's definitely where Austin gets his. That's definitely where Austin gets his work ethic from. That's for sure. You know, Austin's just a fantastic guy too. Great attitude, everything. CJ says, I can't wait till March 4th. I'm looking forward to it for many reasons. Jared, Travis, for one. Jacob Stone, Logan Burke, Logan Spencer, Chris Williams, Ken. Super pumped for this card. Absolutely, I'm super pumped on this card too. It's going to be a big job for me. Trying to corner all these guys. I'm hoping that maybe Lee and maybe even Carmen, you know, can help me corner these guys, you know, and because there's a lot of work goes into it. Lee does a fantastic job wrapping their hands and stuff in the back and helping them warm up, and then, you know, and I can get, you know, maybe Carmen to go out with me or Lee to go out with me, whatever. Yeah, he's probably got your attitude too, Selena. That's all right though. He's doing good things, Selena. That's the thing. You know, you got all these other guys out here, you know, just wasting their life, and you know, and you got your son going to UK. You know, that's fantastic. You know, he's putting in a lot of work at a young age, and you just don't find guys like that anymore. You know, it's kind of like, you know, Ken and Stone down at the gym, you know, and my other young boys like Jacob and well, heck, even Jared. Jared just turned 20. You know. You know, these are all young boys, you know, and Logan Spencer. I mean, these are young boys, and they're working their butts off, and you know, and they're trying to accomplish something great. You don't see that out of young people anymore. You know, like my daughters here. You know, like my daughter Brandi and Brianna. You know, they work their butts off at school, at home. I mean, they're always, you know, they go to school, they make good grades, they come home, they got chores they got to do, they help take care of the littler ones, and then they go to the gym and train. Just super hard workers, and I'm really impressed with the kind of caliber of people, you know, that really share Viper Pit. You know, it's, you know, everybody's got great attitudes. Everybody's got, I don't think I have one person in my gym that I can think of right off the top of my head that isn't really dedicated, you know, to achieving what they're looking, you know, to achieve. And like I said, I'm just super proud of everybody in my gym. Jacob and Stone's making their debut March the 4th. It's been hard. It's been hard trying to find, even try to find Jacob a match. I mean, if that tells you anything. I mean, Jacob's an 0-0 fighter. He'll be turning 18, you know, just, you know, weeks before his first fight. And then you got guys out here, you know, I had to, you know, pair him up with a guy that's, you know, already got like 7 fights under his belt, you know. I mean, just to get him a fight, you know, for March the 4th. But Jacob, you know, he's putting in the work, and I think that, you know, he's going to be able to handle it really well. You know, one of my other little students that just joined not too long ago, Max, he just joined us here. He'll be grappling on that card on March 4th. Max is another one that fits in perfect with Viper Pit. He comes in there. He's got a great attitude, a willingness to learn and to listen, a very disciplined boy. He he goes hard at everything that he does. So I mean, I really look forward to when he gets back. I don't know when he's coming back. Maybe this Monday. I don't know. But I know he had to leave for a couple weeks there. But he should be back in the gym this coming week. I look forward to getting Max ready for his grappling match on March 4th, and I'm pretty pumped about that too. And I'm sure Max is excited. That'll be his first grappling match. His first grappling match will be in the cage, which is awesome. Max says he will be back tomorrow.
We have school.
That's awesome. So we can all expect Max to be back tomorrow. We've got a full schedule coming up here. If you don't know already, now this doesn't apply to people that's already a member right now, but I am changing dues, prices, classes, stuff like that. I'm changing things around for people that join after the month of January. For reasons being that, cost of living's going up, the kind of talent that Viper Pit produces, is worth more than what it's being charged right now. I mean, I'm not trying to be the type of person that just money, but I put a lot of work into what we do, and and we're producing pro fighter after pro fighter. We had Dustin go to Bellator. We got Ken, tearing up the pro scene. We've got we just got entourage of fighters, and champions, and all on what we like to call an express lane. I mean, it takes very little time to get good at Viper Pit. If you dedicate yourself, you show up to class, you put in the time, I mean, you get good. I mean, you don't have a choice. The way that I have things set up, you really don't have a choice. The only way that you cannot get good is just don't show up. But if you show up to class, I will push you, the other guys will push you, you'll get better. We have kind of like a ferocious attitude about our grappling and our fighting, and it says it right on our shirt, that we're a different breed of fighter, and that's exactly what we've been trying to stick to. We're trying to stick to that different breed of fighter attitude, training hard, working hard all the time, always ready to fight. Of course we've made a lot of mistakes. I'm a young coach. I've got a bunch of kids that I've been training. I mean, they all was high schoolers not even a year and a half, 2 years ago. And now they're all growing up and they're turning into men, and they're becoming phenomenal fighters. And they just, and they're still kids. I mean, in my book, 18, 19, 20-year-old, man, that's kids. When these boys get around 24 and 25 years old, I mean, there's going to be, if they keep up at the pace that they're doing, there'll be nobody, that's going to be able to hold a candle to these guys. It's just, the grind is just too hard here. The technique is on point. Everything that, that we do is just carefully planned and programmed. We just we got Brandon Spencer here just joined us. He's my new 205 fighter. We're preparing him for March the 4th. He doesn't have a fight just yet, but there's plenty of time to get a fight until the end. But Brandon's been putting in some serious work. I've noticed a big change. I mean, Brandon hasn't been with us very long at all, and I mean, his skill level has probably doubled since he's joined. And but it's all going back to he's just got that Viper Pit work ethic, man. He's got a fantastic attitude. I mean, he's the kind of guy that you could go hang out with afterwards, and just sit and laugh and talk and go on. I mean, he's just just a good human being. I wish him and Logan You know, I wish they lived down here closer, but you know, them boys they drive an hour away, you know, to come and be part of Viper Pit, you know, and to put in that hard work, and that just says more about them than anything. I'm telling you. I ain't buttering you up, Brandon. If you was sucking it up, I'd tell you right here. But you're doing great, man. You're doing fantastic, man. You and Logan both. Logan Burke came in, you know, and I think that his primary thing was, you know, he was an okay, you know, kickboxer, you know, and he had an idea of a ground game. You know, he had probably 0 takedowns when he first got here. But, you know, now Logan Burke is, you know, he's developed, you know, some fantastic takedowns. He's really learned how to mix it all together in a mixed martial arts form instead of just one standard form. You know, he'll stand up, and when he sees his opportunity to take it to the ground, he'll take it to the ground. I mean, he's just doing a fantastic job. Brandon, same way. You know, Brandon comes in, you know, Brandon's attitude is just, you know, it's just a winning attitude. Brandon will not be able to not be good as long as he keeps showing up, because he's got that attitude. Him and Jared kind of share the same attitude. You know, they're always laughing, happy, just glad to be there, you know, and they're putting in that hard work. And I mean, they go until they absolutely cannot, you know, till they cannot go no more. You know, and that's the same way Ken and Stone and Jacob and all of them. I mean, they all do that. My whole team, they push hard. I really don't have to stand behind them. They know what I expect. So, you know, I really don't have to stand behind them, you know, and crack a whip or anything. Every now and then I have to get on to them. But for a team of kids, and that's what I call them, you from 18 to 20 years old, most of them are, you know, for a team of kids, man, the work ethic in there is just fantastic. And like I said, you know, the technical side of it, you know, I put a lot of time into studying. I'm always trying to keep up with the latest things, you know, the good solid basics, you know, of mixed martial arts. I always press that, and I press it hard, you know, because that's why I said overall we're a mixed martial arts gym. But, you know, like I said, we could be competitive in anything that we tried to do. Even our personals, you know, they come and they stick it out. I mean, you know, they lose weight. I mean, they drop pounds like nothing. And it's just, like I said, it's just no, we got something. Thank you. But I mean, even like I was saying, like the personals, you know, that we have, you know, they come in, they do primarily fitness, but, you know, I always try to stay on to them. I mean, a lot of times, you know, like I said, it's not hard even to get them going. The workouts that I have designed are specific for each one of my people that are there for fitness. If they're looking to lose, you know, belly fat, arm fat, all the above, looking to trim, shape, tone, whatever. You know, I design all their workouts specifically for them. And as long as they stay dedicated, they achieve their goals. But if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to share or talk about, feel free to go ahead and comment. If not, you know, we'll just we'll close the video out and we can all talk in comments later. Whatever you want to do after you watch the video, because like I said, you know, we all get notifications. Everybody that's on the feed that's commented or whatever gets notifications, and you know, and you can talk about it afterwards, because I know that everybody's not on the same schedule. But but I appreciate everybody joining us on the Cold Hard Truth today. My silent companion over here, my daughter Brandi. Look forward to her grappling match at the end of this month. She's going to be training like a beast all month, getting ready for that. Stone and Jacob will be joining her with these invite matches. Then after that, looks like we are looking at a February boxing match in Ashland. Then we have after February, the boxing in February. We'll have March 4th cage fights. I think that'd be pretty fun. Like I said, we got a lot of guys on that card, and then after March, who knows? We're going to try to hit every venue coming in or going, whether it be mixed martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, grappling matches. We're going to try to do it all. We're going to travel. Yeah, we're going to travel, and we're going to spread the Viper Pit love everywhere. That's right. And Selena, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for watching me and my daughter on the Cold Hard Truth here. We love you guys. We'll say a prayer, and y'all remember me and my family when you pray, especially me. Can't stop coughing. But, Lord, thank you for the day, and thank you for my team, Lord. Thank you for this show. I ask that you bless everyone that's participating on the show, Lord, and bless our team over the next little bit, Lord. Help us train hard, no injuries. We love you, Lord, and we give you all the thanks and the praise. In Jesus' name, amen. I agree. Everyone should know the Viper Pit name, if they don't already, by the middle of the year 2017. You got that right, Brandon. But we're going to close it out. Peace, love, and hair grease. Was that savage, Brandi? Was that lit? Is that the lingo that I need to use to be cool with you? Savage? No, I'm not closing it. Savage, lit. What's another one, Brandi? Say something. Say something. Some kind of cool, hip thing. No, dropping your phone. What is it? Deuces. Oh, sweet.